Alrighty guys, today is the day we're finally doing the tie rods in this truck. They've been so bad. I'll show you a clip right now of how bad the steering wheel moves around while we're driving before it starts turning. It's been going all around the road, so I am so excited to get these done. Oh, I can't wait. Let's get started. About 25 right now. Look how much the steering wheel moves and the truck isn't budging. That is not good. And you constantly have to be pulling in certain directions so it doesn't go all over the place. Like, I have to do this to keep it and that to keep it going straight. It's not good. Let's get it fixed. First things first, we need to jack it up and put it on some jack stands and take the wheels off and examine the tie rod. Then we need to take these out of the box and assemble them. If we do that, then we can take the ones off with the trusty old pickle fork. And then once we do that, we'll measure those really carefully so we can get the same length on these so the alignment isn't off. And then once we do that, put them all together, grease them up with the grease gun, and then we'll be set. Wheels off, and here's the tie rod. Ooh, looking pretty bad. Earlier I was able to move it around, but can't do that anymore for some reason. Probably because it's up in the air, but let's start taking it off. Off with the pickle fork, but we found how to do it and we just smacked it with a hammer and it came out. And now we just need to unscrew this end.
So I'll put it on.
The new one matched up with the old one. Now let's put it on. We put some blue Loctite on this. Make sure it doesn't come out. Alright.
So it's the sway bar right here is in the way for a straight shot, so you gotta angle it and spin it and angle it and spin it.
Let's see. Went ahead and slid this on without videoing because it was just easier and I don't have a tripod yet for my camera, so we're just gonna hand tighten this until it gets too tight. I will tighten this all the way down after we make sure this is the correct length, and then we'll tighten this down, put the greaser on, grease it up back there, and we'll be all set for this side and move on to the next side. Just gotta tighten it up until we can fit the cotter pin through there. It looks like it's lined up perfectly. So let's do that. Got it right here. Let's line it up. Perfect. Now we just gotta bend it. I'll put this on. Sweet. Let's tighten that down and get going on the other side. It's a 17 millimeter for these tie rods. So we'll just tighten this down.
Yeah.
Oh, got it on. Alrighty, we got this side all done, all greased up and tight. No more play. Awesome. Set the wheel on and go to the other side. So here's the other side, the driver's side, and it's not looking much better. Yeah, that's all cracked as well. Let's try this out.
This one's a lot easier than the other one. Got it right out. Now we have to loosen that side.
Looks like this one's about 14.5 inches to the greaser. The other one was about 15. But there's our initial measurement, and we'll measure it again and match it up once we get it out of the truck. So to unscrew this, you're supposed to use a huge crescent wrench or the size wrench that fits it, but we don't have either, so we use a pipe wrench, and it seems to work just fine. It just takes a little bit more force to get it. Okay, I got it off. Turns out I was accidentally tightening it at first, but then I realized and finally got it off. But here's the other one. Not great at all. And look at that. So loose too. Just can turn it all around. Not good. Let's get the new one put together and measure this one out for a second time, and then put it all back together. Then we'll finally be done. Record the rest of this side, but we got this side done. The new one is in right there, and on that side is also in. Time for test. After some adjustments, we got the alignment pretty great. It tracks straight. There's definitely still some slack somewhere in the steering, but it's all worn out. But yeah, I'll drive it until if I start noticing stuff on the tires, like wear marks, then we'll go get it aligned. But other than that, I think we did a good job. Thanks for watching, and have a good evening.